Disaster management and EMS teams in several provinces across the country are still on high alert as heavy rainfall persists. So, according to the Weather Service, most parts of the country will experience wet weather for the next 7 days or so. Tumaole, Mohlaoli and Nobushe Mudise are part of our team watching the story from different provinces, in fact in Gauteng and KwaZulu-Natal respectively. But let's begin with you, Tommy. You're currently at Roodepoort, where the road there has collapsed, the very busy Hendrik Potgieter road, if memory serves. What are you able to see?
Well, you're absolutely correct there, Ayanda. The very busy Hendrik Potgieter Road is absolutely barren today because emergency and, of course, traffic officials have cordoned it off right over this bridge where, of course, that deluge has caused the collapse. I'm going to step out of shot just quickly so that my colleague Leanda Dlala can give you a shot of what looks like, absolute carnage, if I can call it that. It looks like a bomb has been set off here. And you can see that, of course, the collapse has gone all the way into the road itself above that particular bridge. So officials are saying that it is an unstable piece of ground for now, and no one is being allowed to drive past here because the weight of the vehicles might trigger several more collapses or further collapses of this particular bridge and roadway. Pedestrians and cyclists are allowed to go past, but you can see that right on the perimeter of this particular sinkhole, they've put a barrier that would give the pedestrians an idea of how far they should walk away from this particular sinkhole. I'm going to ask my colleague Leanda Dlala to pan to his left, which will be to the right of your screen, just to give you an idea of the force with which the water came through here. This is the stream that comes under this particular bridge, and even the reeds and the banks of this particular stream were swept away. It is quite quiet and gentle now, but certainly the impact of its force at the time that it came through is clearly seen there by the foliage and the fauna that has been swept away. So that's the situation right now from where I stand. And as far as other areas are concerned, officials are saying that motorists should also be aware in the Johannesburg-Gauteng area to steer clear of the following roads: Albertina Sisulu Road between West Lake Road and Fourth Lake in Florida. Also here in the west part of Johannesburg, a sinkhole has formed on Jim Fouchier Road at the intersection of Phil Allen Avenue, and the road is partially closed. A bridge on Kilburn Street and Wilgerrood Road in Roodepoort, also on the west of Johannesburg, has collapsed. And other road closures include the Ndaba Street Bridge at Maple Park, at Mapeta Park in Protea South, and the Parkway Street Bridge in Naledi. That's to the south of Johannesburg in the Soweto area. So certainly widespread damage there, and officials are asking motorists and pedestrians just to be careful as, of course, they monitor the weather conditions continuing with the heavy rainfall over the next 5 days or so. They are warning that these kind of infrastructures could further collapse, and so people should steer clear.
And, the sort of danger there, Tommy, where you're at, seems quite serious. I mean, outside of just the barricades that, at least to my eye, look very easy to kind of breach, are there any law enforcement officials present making sure that people are steering clear of specifically that sinkhole area?
Absolutely, on both sides of this bridge, Ayanda, there are law enforcement officials who are present. I can tell you that it is, of course, the Johannesburg Metro Police Department. We're just going to try and get you a shot of those particular officials as Leanda dismounts the camera from the tripod there. You can see that the JMPD officials are out there. They are the ones manning that particular road closure, taking no chances. Of course, people can see that the road has clearly been closed. There's also a sign that has been put beyond the road closure just to, alert motorists and pedestrians that there is a problem and they're not allowed through here, particularly the motorists. But, of course, law enforcement officials are taking no chances in case there is an individual or two who might want to take a chance. So they are keeping this particular situation under tight watch. And, of course, further upstream as well, I'm sure that there are road closures. In fact, getting here was a bit of a challenge for me and Leanda Dlala because there are several road closures all the way around Hendrik Potgieter to prevent the situation where motorists are going to come through. And again, we are just giving you a shot of what happened with that part of the road that's missing. It is actually sunken right into this particular sinkhole. You can see there a bit of tarmac, and it has landed right on top of the ravine. So it is quite a big sinkhole. You can see even the light pole itself has now come down and is nesting right on top of the road that has sunken there. So it is quite a very unstable part of the road here, and should the rainfall continue, one can only guess or surmise that the officials are right in assuming that it would cause more damage. In fact, on the road itself here, not far from where we're standing, you can see some water there. There's cracks that are starting to, develop just, further from where the sinkhole starts. So it suggests that the road further behind there is also feeling a bit of strain and starting to give way. So that's the situation from where we stand right now, Ayanda.
Jaws on the floor in the studio. Remarkable that there are no casualties given how quickly the situation escalated. Tumaole Mohlaoli, live to us there from Johannesburg, specifically along Hendrik Potgieter Road. Thanks very much indeed.